Okay, here we go. Whiskey Wednesday number 7, episode 7, week 7, whatever you want to say. Getting a little late start today. We had our first day of softball practice. Started back today with the girls. So that was about a 3-hour practice. I think it was just a little too long for me. I'm sure our attention span could handle that. But I did promise that we're going to do Gentleman Jack today, okay? Gentleman Jack. Distilled and bottled by Jack Daniel's Distillery. I used to drink, you know what? I got a small bottle of Jack Daniel's right here. Maybe we'll do a little taste comparison. I used to drink this stuff all the time until my uncle and I went out one night and bought a bottle of Knob Creek, and haven't really drank any Jack Daniel's since then. Damn. But anyway, I'll pour some in here. This will be the regular Jack Daniel's. 80 proof, 40% alcohol. And this one is too. 80 proof, 40% alcohol. Okay. Pour that in there. Okay. Like I said last week, Jack Daniel's could call themselves a bourbon if they wanted to, because they meet all the requirements for it. In fact, Jim Beam is like the leading bourbon in the world right now, and if Jack Daniel's called itself a bourbon, they would be the leading bourbon in the world. But they want to be called a Tennessee whiskey, and the difference in Jack Daniel's and regular bourbon is Jack Daniel's, they filter it after it's distilled. They filter it through a like a 10-12 foot thing of charcoal, sugar maple, charred sugar maple, and it's supposed to get rid of some of the harshness and mellow it out. And that's how they do this one. The way they do this one, the Gentleman Jack, they do it the same way, but once again, this is done before they put it in a barrel. They filter it. With this one, they do the same thing, but they also filter it again before they put it in the bottles. So it's supposed to be smoother and all that stuff. These here 80% corn, 8% rye, I think, and like 12% barley. And like I said, it's been around a long time. So, which one should we do first? Let's do this one, the Gentleman Jack. Not bad. I used to drink this stuff all the time. When I really drank Gentleman Jack, I think once maybe. Yeah, the char, always a little bit of char wood. Kind of a grassy mint, maybe. I'm going to say graham cracker. You're going to think I'm nuts, but let's taste it. Not bad. A little spicy, not bad, but it doesn't linger long. Caramel, maybe some vanilla. I always forget to bring the water to cleanse my palate, but let's do this one. And it's similar. Char. I don't really smell any mint in this one though. Like maple, maybe vanilla. Yeah, they're very similar in taste, but this one is a little harsher. I mean, more spice to it. This one here, I guess I'll say smoother. Yeah, I'd say it's a lot smoother. Not bad. Let's do this one again. I'm kind of enjoying this. It's been a while since I had any Jack Daniels. Yeah, if I'm gonna choose between the two, like I said, I used to drink a lot of this, but I definitely like the Gentleman Jack better. It says double mellowed, and I actually think it is mellowed. It doesn't really leave a strong aftertaste. It's kind of, by saying it's smooth, I'm kind of saying it's kind of like weak. You know, it doesn't stay with you a long time, but not bad. I will definitely drink some more of this. And I want to thank Clara and Lee. I think Clara and Lee got me this for my birthday. Introduced me back to Jack because like I said, I haven't drank Jack in a long time. But yeah, I would say try it. Like I said, you know, go to a restaurant or a bar or something, you know, get a little bit, sip it or whatever. You know, some people like it mixed. Some people like it with a little bit of water. Some people like it straight up. Some people like ice. I tried this weekend. I was drinking this Baker's, as you can tell. Drinking this Baker's 107 proof single barrel. And before I did that, I took some Buffalo Trace. And I was going to make, because it was hot out, so I was going to make myself a whiskey, bourbon and Coke, and I really don't like bourbon and Coke. I would rather drink the Buffalo Trace, neat, just like this in a glass, and maybe put an ice cube in it if it, later on. But personally, I like my bourbon straight up, just like this. Not sure. Ooh, that is smooth. Wow. Oh, definitely. By far, this is the better one. I really didn't think there'd be much difference, but definitely a difference. So I highly recommend this. If you like Jack Daniels, you'll really love this, in my opinion. So next week, I don't know what we're gonna do. I'll come up with something. Oh, you know what? Here's something with it. Like on here it says Jack Daniels whiskey sour mash. Well, you know what? Just about every bourbon and whiskey out there is sour mash. All the sour mash means is when they do the mash bill, they put the grain, the yeast and everything in with fresh water. That's called a sweet mash, a sweet mash, okay? And by sour, what they mean is they take, after they finish just, getting the whiskey all like they want and everything, they'll take, instead of throwing away the water, they'll take the water, the stillage, I think they call it, stillage, and put it back in and put grain in it, and it helps keep the pH down. It's just more effective and cost effective, and actually you get a better product. And so pretty much all of them are sour mash. I think there's a few that do a sweet mash, but Jack Daniels like to say, they like to say sour mash, but they're all sour mash. I'm sure, this Bakers and all these guys, they all use a sour mash. They'll, rather than waste that stuff, they'll bring it back because they, they get good qualities out of the stillage. So hope I didn't screw that up too bad. But like I said, we had 3-hour practice, and my mind is all befuddled or whatever. So I'm just gonna befuddle it or defuddle it or whatever you say by drinking the rest of these. I don't know. It's going to be harder to get this down. Then maybe I'll drink this one first and finish with this one. Well, I'm going on and on. So here's the Whiskey Wednesday. That's all I got to say now. Hey, don't forget, if you like what's going on, subscribe. Got comments? Put the comments down below. This is going to be on YouTube. So, hey, looking forward to seeing you next week. Adios.